far frickin' out. Hey, what's happening? It's South Boston Jeff, and I'm back with another episode of Clouded Conversations. And I'm here with my buddy, the main man, the milkman, my old pal, Quincy Brisco. What's going on, pal?
Nothing. Well, that was some storm we just had.
Yeah. It's one of those nights. Not just a cloudy night, but it's storming out here, raining cats and dogs. You know.
Oh, it's lightning.
Lightning. Do you do you ever see the movie Poltergeist? Do you ever count down the storm when between the lightning and the thunder, like that kid did? 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000.
No, I haven't. Why do you do that?
Yeah. It works.
Why does it work?
Well, it lets you know. Well, it's supposed to let you know, if the storm is getting closer or the storm is moving further away. When you hear the lightning, and then you're supposed to count down, and if it gets shorter and shorter, that means the storm. The storm is getting closer and closer.
What do you mean get shorter? What's supposed to get shorter?
The time between the lightning, when you see the lightning strike, then you start counting 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, and then you hear the thunder.
Yeah.
But then the next, let's say you count 5 seconds, and then the time before that, the time after that, you count about 4 seconds,
and then
or
lightens
3 and
again?
a half.
Is that how that works?
Yeah. If the lightning strikes and then you start counting and then you hear the thunder in a shorter amount of time, it means the storm is moving closer, supposedly.
Yeah, but
it's a good thing to it's a good thing to tell your parents when to get back to sleep.
Hopefully,
because if you remember in Poltergeist, what were those two parents doing?
And the storm will just hopefully fly through.
Yeah. What I was talking about, what I meant is, they were trying to get baked. They were trying to get stoned in their bedroom.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, you remember. Well, what else do you think was in that cigar box?
I suppose, yeah.
Good movie about ghosts. So I thought we'd do an interesting episode about legends, legends like ghosts and
all right, well then, okay.
Ghosts and first of all, you were commenting on my shirt before, weren't you?
Yeah, I noticed tonight you're wearing I believe in Bigfoot. Is that what it's supposed to mean?
Yeah, it just says "I believe" with a picture of Bigfoot above it. I picked this up in New Hampshire for a couple of bucks at a flea market and everything.
Take it you're a Bigfoot fan.
Oh yeah, I truly believe that there are Bigfoot, a couple out there throughout the years and everything. It's just that they're very seclusive and have to avoid the spotlight. But I believe in the legend of Bigfoot.
Why does Bigfoot have to avoid the spotlight?
Well, because because sightings have been very scarce throughout the years. We've only caught a few glimpses on camera. If you remember, they did an episode of In Search Of. Remember that show? Hosted by Leonard Nimoy.
Vaguely.
Oh, it was a kick-ass show.
Vaguely, yeah.
My dad used to watch it all the time. Yeah, but they did one episode about Bigfoot that was pretty good. But I would say they have to keep hidden and everything to protect their families and from being hunted by people. But I'm not really sure why they would why would anybody have to keep hidden if there wasn't a good reason.
I think you brought up a good point.
I mean, do you think Bigfoot probably doesn't want a lot of publicity?
Well, I take it for granted. With that a future that was probably out to try and get him. So he's on the run.
Mm-hmm. So there have been a few movies about Bigfoot and a few a couple TV shows, a couple of couple of appearances. What are among your favorites? Can you think of any?
I haven't seen Bigfoot in a while. All I know,
Any movies or
no,
shows?
not lately. But the one thing I do know about Bigfoot is he leaves a big footprint.
True.
So like when he does like a movie, walking around the woods, okay, he'll like leave a big footprint, and then people come along. There's a big footprint here. No, so Bigfoot's back.
Right.
But I think I've seen like in some of these things, like they get the wrong impression. Is he bad or is he good? So why don't we or open this? Is Bigfoot supposed to be bad or is he good?
Well, that's what the movie Harry and the Hendersons. Did you ever see that one? It was about a simple family that lived in the woods, and they let a Bigfoot in. Well, they had their first Bigfoot encounter, but they let it in and kind of let it become part of the family. It was okay. Good kid stuff. John Lithgow was an excellent actor. That's all I have to say. But I would say my favorite portrayal of Bigfoot would have to be back in the maybe late 70s, early 80s. There was an episode of The $6 Million Man where he had to fight Bigfoot. And Bigfoot was played by none other than Andre the Giant.
Okay.
He did an excellent job.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, has if there was any memorable portrayal of Bigfoot, that was the one.
Yeah, the $6 Million Man. I probably saw that just in times when I was just temporarily.
Just slipped your mind.
Yeah, in times when I was just temporarily isolated. But I want to stay glued to the TV set. But I think I saw that and with Steve Austin. Bigfoot. I think I vaguely remember that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was like.
Well, there was he did some Andre the Giant. I just want to go over some of his better known Hollywood work.
Okay,
he was in that episode of The $6 Million Man. He also made a very popular movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Conan the Destroyer. But it was a small role. Like he played the monster that Conan had to fight at the end. But you could hear Andre roar. I'll tell you, roar. When you hear that monster roar, it's definitely Andre, and you know it. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, he was probably the only person who could fill that suit, kind of like Greg Brady with the Johnny Bravo. You know.
Yeah. Do you know the reason why they wanted me? Because I fit the suit.
Because you fit the suit.
Because I fit the suit.
And then,
you imagine that the only reason why they wanted me because I fit the suit.
Yeah, and and one of the other movies besides Mickey and Maude with Dudley Moore that Andre appeared in, but I'll try to let you guess. It was a fantasy movie. Andre the Giant was in it, and it was directed by none other than the Meatheads.
The maker of All the Family.
Well, it was
Henry Fonda.
Henry Fonda.
Well, I remember he hosted the best of All the Family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was like, where the hell did you get him?
Well, when All the Family was been around. So the thing is, he hosted All the Family because he was an All the Family fan. So he did a mix up everything from Archie Bunker to the theme of the kind of show it dealt with. He said word for word, and then they just went over what the show was. Humanitarian, rape, menopause, rape. Sounds like a fun show, doesn't it? And we all know it is. Now, I'm not going to comment on the theme of All the Family, except I wouldn't be here for one of its biggest fans.
Well, menopause and rape don't sound like very good subjects for a show. I remember that episode when somebody broke in to try to rape Edith. That was one of the most heartbreaking episodes ever.
Well, no, it wasn't only Edith that got raped once. I can remember Gloria, got mugged, raped. The thing about All in the Family, I guess.
Yeah, they tackled some pretty serious issues.
Archie Bunker, he was right. 95% of the time was like, yeah, stifle yourself. You know what? Look at this. The meat is.
I wouldn't say he was right 95% of the time.
Well, you don't think he was right?
Well, no. The thing about All in the Family is to prove Archie Bunker wrong. Because he's kind of a racist and he's kind of a narcissist, you know? I mean, he's set into his ways and everything, and you love the guy and you love his sense of humor, but, you can't agree with everything he says.
Well, some of these things, yeah.
Well, yeah, some of them.
Yeah, because, All in the Family, since we're on that for a moment, I guess, okay, for me, it was Archie Bunker. That was the highlight. He just went on screaming, hollering, he hates everything.
Yeah, there aren't too many popular, lovable racists on TV these days. I'll give you that. There weren't many Karens back in the 70s. But getting back to the subject,
Sure.
So all right, we tackled the Bigfoot movies. So what's your favorite werewolf movie?
I don't know. I think I remember one movie talk a little bit like a werewolf. Seems how you brought the subject up. He played basketball.
Okay,
Someone played basketball, and the only way he was going to win a game every time because he turned
into the
a
wolf.
Into the wolf.
You're talking Teen Wolf, 1985.
That was pretty decent.
Yeah.
And I can remember towards the end of the movie, he wanted to try to win without being a wolf. Now, so it's like, and the thing about that is like, well, all right, I can't guarantee you're going to win, but the guy won so many basketball games, like he wanted to try to win without being a wolf. And that was decent.
Yeah, because if we're gonna win is me. Gonna win is us. Yeah, I remember. It's more about but it was well, as far as movies about teenagers go, Michael J. Fox filmed that before Back to the Future. But I seen Teen Wolf in the theater, and it stuck with the good folklores about werewolves and everything. It the full moon, and as a matter of fact, I think Teen Wolf deserves a prequel. Because there are a lot of questions that are there are a lot of things that are left unanswered in that movie. Do you remember he had this friend? His name was Lewis, and when he started becoming the wolf,
right?
Lewis started avoiding him and started acting real scared of him, and it was strange. And Scott, there was a scene when he was bowling, and he was on a date with Pamela, who was that bully kid, the other kid from the rival basketball team. That was his girl, and he was like, she's my date tonight, pal. And he says, you don't scare me, freak. I used to deal with people like you all the time. Until your mom used to steal chickens out of my backyard until I blew her head off with a shotgun, Fiska, whatever that. And he got pissed and he threw the bowling ball. But why would he say something like that about blowing his mother's head off with a shotgun?
Because he's a wolf, a dangerous wolf, right?
I think there are a lot of things in Teen Wolf that could be talked. I think that would make an excellent movie. You have to. Make it about Scott's dad. Make it about about maybe 15 years. About 5 or 7 years. About before, or why him and the principal. And remember, there was a past between the principal and Scott's dad. They had a history together, and he was after his girl, so that's why he showed up at the end.
Yeah.
But I think they could. I think they could work on do a very good prequel to Teen Wolf. I mean, thanks for bringing it up. I had no idea I was gonna I'd be talking about that.
That's all right.
I would say my favorite werewolf film is American Werewolf in London. That was a bit more serious, and
what did you like about that?
I just thought it was a very graphic and very scary and strange movie about werewolves. There was another one that was made around the same time. It was called Wolfen. Wasn't really that good. But I remember American Werewolf in London. I seen it at the Coolidge Corner Theater. If you like, it's always a good one to see. There's a very attractive nurse in it, and I brought up this movie before. David Naughton, the guy who came out with the Dr. Pepper jingle. Remember?
Vaguely.
I told him this is the movie he made that made him lose his contract with Dr. Pepper. He gets no more free Dr. Pepper. But they did.
Okay, I vaguely remember that clip. Now things are coming back to you.
Well, there was a scene when, he was changing into the werewolf and he stripped off all his clothes and
he said, "Okay," I was like, "Okay, no more free Dr. Pepper."
Yeah,
okay.
Because it was I don't know, it's owned by Disney or something like that. But David Naughton, who is a very nice guy. I've met him a few times. Very nice guy, but he just very talented songwriter. But he just lost his license with Dr. Pepper. Made a few good movies throughout the years. I think the last thing I seen him in was Seinfeld. Yeah, cue that good bass music. So, do you believe in werewolves?
Sure. Yeah. Well, why not? You gotta have some fun.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think like the legend of there haven't been many good werewolf stories in the last couple centuries, but they used to write most werewolf stories come from the 1800s and the 1700s and around the time of witchcraft. It's kind of believable, but give me something recent and I'll believe in werewolves.
Well, you said yourself, it's hard to make a good werewolf movie, but people seem to like it.
There's plenty of ghost footage, you know. There's plenty of ghost footage and plenty of stuff to there's plenty of ghost sightings and ghost footage and plenty of stuff to watch on the internet.
Well, you have to give that a chance for those who like werewolf movies.
What's your favorite movie that has to do with ghosts? Think I can guess.
Go ahead, try and guess.
Probably Ghostbusters, Bill Murray, right?
I ain't afraid of ghost.
So is that your your final answer? Are you sticking to that? Ghostbusters is your favorite movie
Well, I
about
saw
ghosts?
some of that. Yeah. I love the theme of it.
It did. It was the highest grossing movie of the time. I think 1982, 1983. I'm not very sure, but I was in high school and it just rocked. I mean, everybody was talking the Ghostbusters and so many funny parts and pretty good special effects too.
Yeah.
I mean, the ghosts looked pretty comical. Like they some were scary, but some were straight up funny looking. Kind of like, did you ever go to the Haunted Mansion in Disney World?
No, I haven't gone there. I've seen it, maybe a bit of it on TV once in a while. But,
Well, that's good enough because those are some that's some cool special effects. I mean, the ghosts in there are pretty cool. Like I said, there are some that are scary, but there are some that just look like wacky kind of Disney type ghosts.
Well, that's
there's a part when you get in the cart. And you get in a cart and you go through the ride and everything, but towards the end, there's beware of hitchhiking ghosts, and then you go by a mirror, and and when you look in the reflection of the mirror, you can see a couple of ghosts sitting right next to you. Like, let's say you get in the car by yourself, there are two ghosts at both sides of you. Let's say you get in a car with your friend, there's a ghost sitting in the middle of you, and it's just freaky. There's this awesome music playing by Green Gritty Ghost, it's time to socialize. They have these singing statues that sing this awesome song, but there's these singing statues, and it looks so real. Well, it looks a lot like, do you remember in Clash of the Titans when the statue came alive of Queen.
Vaguely. That was so long ago, but I vaguely remember
And
that.
started talking, but it was a lot like that. You ride by these singing statues, and they like I said, excellent special effects and excellent music. It's just a blast, you know. If anybody's, it's definitely my favorite ride at Disney World. Very intricate, but if you ever get the chance, I have a video on it, but I'll bring it down to you sometime so you could check it out for yourself. But I wouldn't say that's my favorite movie about ghosts. I would say my favorite movie about ghosts is, probably either the Amityville Horror, but it's a tough call because the original Amityville Horror was a great story, but it just had poor special effects. Now they made a remake that had better special effects, but it was really poorly acted. So Amityville Horror is just a real tough call. But there's another movie, you probably never heard of this one. It's called The Entity. And it's starring Barbara Hershey. It was made in the middle, probably 1982. And it's a true story of a woman that gets, she gets sexually harassed and raped by a ghost.
A different kind of ghost movie.
Oh, yeah, it's a very shocking movie. It pulls no punches, I'll tell you that.
Raped by a ghost.
There were some very graphic scenes. And I was talking to Barbara Hershey a couple of months ago at the last Chillicon. I asked her if she has any cool stories about the movie The Entity. And she said, as a matter of fact, she does have a very interesting story. She was on her way to work to film one of the scenes, and she was driving in her convertible car outdoors. It was a cool day. She was driving in her convertible on her way to film the movie about ghosts, and as soon as she pulled up to the location, a frost came over her windshield fogged up, and her windshield fogged up, and her glasses fogged up, and she couldn't see out of either one. She almost got in an accident, and it was a very warm day. There's absolutely no reason why her windshield would fog up, but that was the story she shared with me. Very lovely woman, very giving, and very spiritual woman. But you know what opened up that conversation is I asked her, do you truly believe in ghosts? And she was like, oh, of course. Do you believe in ghosts?
Well, sure. You gotta have fun with these movies and everything. So,
have you ever had an encounter, a sighting?
No, not yet. But you never know. The way things are nowadays.
Well, there have been times where I felt chills on the back of my spine, but I've never really had a ghost encounter. But I've always been willing to drive up to one of these haunted asylums around here, or drive up to one of these places and go on a little ghost hunt. I got a buddy. He's always suggesting that, but it always falls through. Buddy Joel, and
well, ghosts usually hunt for treasures, and the thing about those hunts is you hear the chains, and where they're gonna find the treasure box, gold, and then trouble with that is people get greedy, and that's 85% of the time what you find in these treasure hunts.
Okay, well, you better so I believe in ghosts too. There's plenty of There's plenty of footage, plenty of proof out there, and how can it not be true? But you just said greedy, so it made me think of the greedy leprechauns.
Oh yeah, that's. Yeah.
You don't believe in? Do you believe in leprechauns?
Well, sure, leprechauns, they're green and all that. Now,
I know one person who's probably believes in them is our pal Mario. He believes in the fairies and the leprechauns and they're probably screwing up the whole show. But and
there's
if you believe in the folklore, the legend made its way out of Ireland, which is like a lot of alcoholics out of Ireland. I could see how like a lot of people could be a lot of happy drunks could be hallucinating and think they see little green men chasing after their gold because they woke up like and spent all their money on booze and left their wallet at the bar.
Well, those aren't magically delicious. Yeah, if you know what I meant.
Yeah,
those are not magically delicious.
So I was just about to ask, who was your favorite leprechaun throughout the years?
Well, to make it happy, how about always have to be Lucky Charms because they're magically delicious.
Lucky the leprechaun.
Yeah. He's about the only good leprechaun.
Always after me, Lucky Charms. The toasted oat cereal. Yeah, he's been around for years.
With the marshmallows and so that's about the only good leprechaun. But leprechauns and hunts, as far as I can recall, like I said, some of these people are greedy, they're selfish. When they get their hands on a treasure, like I said, in these things, you hear chains and...
Yeah, have you ever seen the Disney flick, Darby O'Gill and the Little People?
I probably saw that when I was a kid.
Yeah, that was about I've seen it because they used to run it on St. Patrick's Day back in the 70s. I mean, now there are better Leprechaun movies. That one was okay, but the guy who played the Ewok in Return of the Jedi, Warwick Davis, he made several Leprechaun movies.
Those are good. The Jedis, yeah.
Which movies are good? The
Jedi. In times like I might have saw clips of those and. The Jedi movies, all those, I think some of those.
That's Return of the Jedi. Yeah, like I'm saying, I'm talking. Well, we can talk about Warwick Davis and his work on his work on Return of the Jedi because he was about 15, maybe 15 years old when he did that movie. Did you know that?
15 years old?
Yeah,
that's pretty young to be entering show business.
Well, not only was he a good actor, but he fit the suit like we talked about earlier because he fit the suit. And I just found out recently he got the first wave of Star Wars figures, the very first wave of the Empire. Well, they sent him the first wave of Empire Strikes Back figures. He had them before anybody, before they hit the stores. And whenever they came out with a new figure, Warwick Davis would always be the first to get it. That must have been sweet, especially he had the hookup for a little guy. But Warwick Davis went on to do so many good movies. I mean, the Leprechaun movies are okay. I mean, no, the Leprechaun movies are fantastic. And he was in, I believe a Harry Potter movie or two. He was Willow. Have you ever seen that one?
No. What's...
It's about fantasy movies with Val Kilmer and Dungeons and Dragons and and there was and he was like a little guy. He was he came from a village of other little dwarfy men. They were called Pecks, and he overcame impossible odds. Him and Val Kilmer.
And they go and live out their fantasies to be something like what you're talking about right now.
Yeah. But I never got back to, you never answered the question. What was the movie that Andre the Giant did that was directed by Rob Reiner? It was The Princess Bride, Quincy. Have you seen The Princess Bride?
I seen it, but you got me on the quiz there.
Yeah, I just I had to because we're getting ready to wrap up the show it's getting amongst that time.
Okay.
But
why don't you give me the answer, then we'll sort of.
Well, I let you know that was the answer. The Princess Bride was the movie that was directed by.
Okay.
There was a very good story comes out of there. I'm actually. Glad I brought it up. A very good story from Rob Reiner. It comes Andre the Giant. They were lowering him down and everything, but there was a scene where Andre the Giant had to lay a 17-second fart during one of the scenes. He had to. Everybody on the set heard it and smelled it. One of his big, huge elephant farts, like I don't know. I can't do an Andre the Giant fart. I don't know. It was probably very loud and very low, but everybody there stopped and heard it. And Rob Reiner was like, "Yeah, geez, Andre, are you all right there, buddy?" And Andre said, "I am now, boss." Because if Andre the Giant liked you, he'd call you boss. I didn't know if you didn't know that, but on that note, on that sour note, I'd like to wrap up this episode of Clouded Conversations.
Well,
What do you think,
thank you for
Quincy?
having me on your show again, and I think tonight was pretty good.
So do I.
We talked about the variety, of some olden
Variety of
oldies.
spooky, the legends, Bigfoot, ghosts, goblins, leprechauns, all kinds of cool stuff. So thanks for sharing, Quincy. And
You're quite welcome. And as usual, thank you for watching Cloud Conversations. Drive home carefully, especially tonight on this crazy storms and everything, lightning. It's over right now, so if you need to go somewhere, do a quick errand and go back to your houses, please drive carefully. And we hope to see you again soon on another episode of Clouded Conversations.
You said it, my friend. You said it. All right.
So have a good night.
Thunderous night.
On this crazy lightning night, and I know we'll see you again soon if you drive carefully tonight. So have a good night and bye. Bye.